Hola, buenos dias. There was a football game last night, England versus Spain, and we're in the heart of the country. There may have been a party, I'm not sure. Details are sketchy. It's a weird joint, you know. Lots of nudity, lots of tasteless designer wear, but a really exciting place to be, and a really exciting place to be during the England versus Spain football match. You should have seen the joint, it was a riot. Anyway, I'm getting off track. We are here to ride the new Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450. This guy. It's the second model to be built on Royal Enfield's liquid-cooled Sherpa platform. We saw it, of course, on the Himalayan. An important step for the brand, particularly because it's got ride-by-wire, it's got a liquid-cooled motor, a 6-speed transmission. But sometimes in the bike industry we'll see a variety of models built on the same platform, and sometimes it can be more or less a styling exercise, but not the case here. The Guerrilla is a distinctly different motorcycle to the Himalayan, and that's largely to do with the dimensional differences. You'll see we've got 17-inch cast wheels. The rake is really steep, among many, many little changes across the bike to make it quite a sporty and agile road machine. It's got nothing to do with the dirt. Don't make any comparisons to the outgoing Scram 411. This is a road bike, and quite a sporty road bike at that. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it's the sportiest riding experience that I've seen from Royal Enfield thus far. These roads really are spectacular, or spectacular, I should say. And I by no means feel like, oh, I wish I was on something faster. The bike's rewarding to try and get the most out of it. And without question, a lot of fun. Now the 452cc single carries over from the Himalayan, making 29 kilowatts, 40 Newton meters, but the tune's a bit different. It's got a bit more bite off the bottom, and because we've got those 17-inch wheels and less bodywork and stuff, they've managed to drop quite a bit of weight. This thing tips the scales at 185 kilograms wet. So all those things make it quite fun, but also this is a bike that you want to push in the twisties. It's a bike that you want to have a go, you want to brake late, you want to get it on a bit of a lean, and that's not the sort of things we would normally say about Royal Enfield. We'd use words like utilitarian, affordable, practical, versatile. This bike kind of separates itself in that it's a bike that you want to go out to get a rush. I was so surprised by how well it grips the road, how much lean angle you can actually put on the thing. And this engine, actually quite sprightly for a single. It certainly feels like a quicker bike compared to the Himalayan. I have to say I'm a little bit bemused with regards to the tread profile on these tyres. They're almost, not quite, but almost a dual sport tread profile. Really deep grooves. And considering this bike has absolutely no off-road ambitions, seems like a sportier setup wouldn't go astray. I know you have to consider this stuff from an international perspective, and so in some countries maybe you want a little bit of off-road ability, but at least for the Australian market, yeah, a sportier tyre wouldn't hurt, because now that I'm getting a little bit more confident, it is a bit spooky on the right on the edge, right on a big lean. We've just ridden a stretch of road which was once known as the Montjuic circuit. I hope my pronunciation was right there. And it's just a public road now, but it was once a Formula One track. They raced the Spanish Grand Prix there in the 50s. I think there was a 24-hour endurance race there for many years. So what a really cool place to get to know this bike. I've had the privilege of riding in Spain a few times, and I mean, I haven't been everywhere, but it's one of the best places for riding motorcycles in the world. The tarmac is just billiard table smooth, corners on corners on corners, and hardly any traffic. It is the motorcycling mecca as far as I'm concerned. I can't wait to get out and learn a little bit more about this bike. For my fellow Australians, we expect this bike to land from around September, and while pricing has yet to be locked in, my gut tells me around the $10,000 mark, if not a little bit cheaper. Rock and roll.